So we're going to Ohio. Things seem to be very good. We have been doing very well with the China virus, but they've had a pretty big spike in Europe, as you know, in UK in particular. And I'm sure they'll have that under control, hopefully soon. But we're in very good shape. The vaccines are coming along. I just got a report. The vaccines are coming along rapidly. Therapeutics are coming along very well, and we'll see what happens. But too bad about Europe. Too bad.
Mr. President,
You would announce the Supreme Court pick before Friday.
I would say on Friday or Saturday I'll be announcing the pick. It's 5 women are being looked at and vetted very carefully. 5. And we'll make a decision probably Saturday, but Friday or Saturday.
do you plan to meet with any of them in person? Do you plan to meet with any of them in person before you make your decision?
Yeah, I will.
When do you plan to do that?
During this period of time.
Do you think all 5?
I don't know. I doubt it.
But in person?
I doubt it. But we'll meet with a few, probably.
Have you talked to any of them yet?
Say it?
Have you talked to any of them yet
I have.
today?
I have. Today and yesterday, day before.
Is it better to have a vote on your nominee before the election or after?
Well, I'd much rather have a vote before the election because there's a lot of work to be done, and I'd much rather have it. We have plenty of time to do it. I mean, there's really a lot of time. So let's say I make the announcement on Saturday. There's a great deal of time before the election. That'll be up to Mitch and the Senate. But I'd certainly much rather have the vote. I think it sends a good signal. And it's solidarity and lots of other things. And I'm just doing my constitutional obligation. I have an obligation to do this. So I would rather see it before the election.
What would be...
Worried about some senators, Republican senators, who may be a little reluctant?
Well, we'll have to say, I would think that that would be very bad for them. I think their voters, the people that voted them, put them there because of a certain ideology or a certain feel, and they don't want to have somebody do that. I think it's very bad if they do that.
What would be your concern if it happened after the election, sir?
The last words, supposedly the last wishes of Justice Ginsburg were made up because it supposedly came from her granddaughter.
Yeah, it just sounds to me like it would be somebody else. I don't believe it could be, and it might not be too.
Sir, what would be your,
It was just too convenient.
what would be your concern if the vote happened after Election Day?
No concern. I just think it would be better. They asked, would I rather have it? I'd rather have it before the election. I think it would be better for our country. And we will pick somebody that's outstanding, very qualified. They're all qualified, but somebody that is outstanding. And I'd rather see it all take place before the election, so before November 3rd.
Are you concerned if you lost the election, it would be harder to get the person confirmed?
No, I don't think so. No, I think we're going to win. If you look at the polls, the real polls, we're doing very well. We're going to Ohio tonight. We're packed. We're packed everywhere. So people, we've never had spirit like we have now. Even 4 years ago, the spirit now is greater even than it was 4 years ago.
What will be your message tomorrow to the UN? And did you just tape it?
I did. I just did it just then. My message is a strong message on China, and basically, you'll see it. You'll see it tomorrow. But I just did it a little while ago.
Are you leaning toward one candidate over another? Are you leaning toward?
I have 1 or 2 that I think they're all outstanding, but I have 1 or 2 that I have in mind. Yeah.
And is
Who do you think poisoned Alexei Navalny?
Say it.
Who do you think poisoned Alexei Navalny in Russia?
We'll talk about that at another time.
Is Amy Coney Barrett one of the leading contenders in your mind?
She's one of the people that's very respected, but they're all respected. She's certainly one of the candidates, yes.
And when you go down to Miami, will you meet with Barbara Lagoa?
I may. She's highly thought of, and she's got a lot of support. You know, a lot of people. I'm getting a lot of phone calls from a lot of people. She has a lot of support. I don't know her, but I hear she's outstanding.
And sir,
she's one of the people we're looking at.
Did you push the DOJ to name Seattle and New York and Portland anarchistic cities?
Well, I think they are, but that's up to DOJ. That will be up to the Attorney General. But certainly they are If you look at Portland, you look at what's going on there. What a mess. Go ahead. And we could straighten it out. All Democrats, all radical left, we could straighten it out so fast. Go ahead.
When will you make a final decision on TikTok?
That's working its way through. I've given a preliminary okay. They will work at two great companies, Oracle and Walmart. Larry Ellison's a great genius at that kind of thing. The technology is incredible. And so if we can save it, we'll save it. And if we can't, we'll cut it off. But they have preliminary, we'll see what they can do. We have to have total security. That's the only thing, very important. We have to have total security. I'll see you in Ohio. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.